Might try and get next to this lorry, just have a little look. I've got to be careful though, because of this black one. Wouldn't surprise me if this Mercedes also wants to come in, because that is a right turning lane. So you can see what I was doing there, hopefully, with the black one. Just holding back. Now get out of there. So I've just overtaken the lorry, and thankfully they are moving to lane 2. So let's see whether we can give you a decent example of problem areas and where you shouldn't be for too long, and hopefully I'll give you a little example of what I would be doing. We're travelling 36 miles an hour, so it's a similar sort of speed. Brilliant. I'm glad the lights have changed, because it allows me to talk about things perfectly. He is very close as well. Okay, so from where I'm positioned, I can clearly see that lorry driver in his left-hand mirror. It's much more difficult for him to see this car, because this car's way lower than level of the window. It's not right next to, and that's what the top mirror pointing down is for, but the top mirror above the main one is for a little bit wider. Some lorries do have blind spot cameras as well. It looks as though this one does have one, but has it got white all over it? I'm not sure whether it would be working or not, I'm not sure. So what should this Nissan Juke do? They're in the worst possible spot. It's exactly where you shouldn't be, and they've done a brilliant job by getting on with things. It's exactly what they needed to do in that situation. What could they have done if there'd been other people in front? And this Mercedes has got a big scrape down the side, so I don't want to sit next to them either. You can see people just tagging on to that vehicle in front, and how they don't think about where they are laterally with people. It's a big problem. Have a look at the scrape down the side of this Mercedes. It's probably just steering in too early and hitting something as they're doing a left turn, but it was a brilliant example with what we had there with the Nissan Juke and this lorry. But if there's no room to accelerate out in front, you should, as soon as you possibly can, hold back, drop speed, and get at least to where I was sat in the queue with that lorry. Because if you do, if that lorry does start to signal a move, you can see the signals on the front actual part of the cab, and you can do something about it. You can slow down. But I'm just aware of this one to my right now. I'm just going to do a little bit more just to get ahead and be seen, but that wouldn't be enough to be seen by a lorry, remember. If you're just in front of them, it's the worst possible spot. Holding back a little bit as well. This Peugeot's slowing down quite a lot. I just have to be careful of that one. Now, we get to play with the lorry this time. Totally depends on how quickly the traffic moves away, determines where I go with this lorry. I do not want to be sat in its blind spots. Volvo's okay from there, and the Nissan Juke looks as though it's been able to get going. The driver of the Volvo, don't know whether they've done it purposefully, but they've done a good job by backing off. I don't think they've done it purposefully, but hopefully you can see what I was talking about. Driver behind. No problems, thank you. I kept up with the one in front, and it just closed a little bit of space, but it wasn't enough to then shut the door on me. Shall I go in lane 2? and see where we need to be with this lorry. This is a good one, this as well, because it pinches. The 2 lanes that I'm in go into one, so I've got to deal with anything that side, but I've also got to be super aware this side. The blind spot this side is a lot easier, although it wouldn't surprise me if a majority of that Peugeot in front is hidden behind the mirrors of that particular truck. So where do I need to be? Can I get out in front and beyond? Yes, so I'm going. So if you understand about lorry blind spots, you can do so much to stop yourself being in that situation where you're in danger and where you're risking getting hit because you've not been seen.